In many Christian traditions, certain documents were produced in the past that are standard for what these denominations believe and teach. For Anglicanism, this is the Book of Common Prayer, with the original prototype produced in 1549, which has seen revision over the years. It is a service book containing liturgies, prayers, and also has theological instructions, including a catechism and a doctrinal section of 39 articles of religion. Anglicanism has generally not been as strict in requiring complete adherence to these as some other traditions have been with their own standards. Still today, though, the BCP is used by Anglicans the world around. For Lutherans, there is the Book of Concord, also known as Concordia, first compiled in 1580. In addition to ecumenical creeds, it contains, among other things, the Augsburg Confession, Smalcald Articles, and Luther's small and large catechisms. Today, the more conservative Lutherans are known as confessional Lutherans because they still follow these confessions, affirm that they are a right exposition of the Bible, and require their ministers to agree with them. Moravians produced many confessions over the years, though they never have required strict adherence to them. One interesting fact is that the Moravian Confession of 1535 has a preface written by none other than Martin Luther. It begins, "Although these brethren who are active throughout Bohemia and Moravia have already published their confession and doctrine so successfully and learnedly that they do not need any commendation or preface from me, nevertheless, since for many years now they have been ridiculed with the hateful name of Picards or heretics and schismatics, it seems that I might be able to do them good by my testimony, if indeed my testimony counts for anything, especially among our people and among all who are eagerly devoted to true piety." For Moravians today, the closest thing to a confession that is still treated as holding some authority is a document called the Ground of the Unity, first approved in 1957. Some Moravian provinces have used to some extent or another confessions from the other three traditions mentioned in this video. For the Reformed churches, there are multiple streams that may utilize different confessions, though they generally agree on doctrine. Dutch Reformed churches, for example, tend to affirm what are called the three forms of unity, which are the Belgic Confession, Canons of Dort, and Heidelberg Catechism. Presbyterians have historically followed the Westminster Standards produced from 1643 through 1649, which are the Westminster Confession of Faith and Shorter and Larger Catechism, Directory of Public Worship, and Form of Church Government. These two have been modified somewhat today, changing parts that called the Pope the Antichrist and that gave justification for the king to hold authority in religious matters. Some Reformed denominations have held both the three forms of unity and also the Westminster Confession, like the Christian Reformed churches of Australia. The most liberal Reformed denominations allow their clergy to disagree with pretty much anything in the confessional documents, while the conservative ones require strict adherence to them.